Hello YouTube, welcome one and all, welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, where Nanjing has fallen. The capital of the Republic of China, Nanjing, has been occupied by the forces of the Empire of Japan. Despite fierce resistance from the walled city's Chinese defenders, Japanese troops managed to capture Zhongshan Gate and fought their way into the city. Sporadic gunfire can still be heard, and several fires are raging in different parts of the city, but most surviving Chinese forces have either withdrawn or been captured. Along with the capture of Shanghai, this significant victory for Japan in their war against China. Significant development. Okay, so we are just slowly getting pinned into the back here. You're getting pushed back. More guns! They always like more guns. And yeah, the Nationalists are now attacking. And we have no one to attack with. Like, everyone is out of guns. Everyone is out of guns, out of materials. We literally have no way to fight them. With the government of Leon Blum deciding to relax border control between Spain and France, a wave of volunteers have started to pour into the fight against the state on our side. Unfortunately, a new policy is surprised universally, meaning the other factions of the war are likely to see additional support as well. Well, I suppose it's better than nothing. More importantly, you guys try and take that back, please. Thank you.
Atención!
I mean, you don't have anyone, per se.
Órdenes.
Nope.
Apuntando.
Nope. I mean, maybe from both.
Listo para avanzar.
You go here. You go here.
Sí, señor.
You go here. You go here. Nope.
Retirada.
There we go. Poland refuses German ultimatum. Considering the demands, it seems inevitable. Poland would be forced to cede Danzig to Germany, and a Polish plenipotentiary, whatever that word is, would be sent to Berlin to negotiate further terms. Ignacy Manjewski pointed out to the German Reich recent actions when stating that it was obvious Germany would not be satisfied with Danzig alone. German and Polish forces are prepared for war. Reports are already coming in on clashes of the border. Once again, there is war in Europe. This is a grave situation. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I have kind of survived. Germany has declared war on Poland. I have kind of survived to the start of the war, which is quite impressive considering. The Republic of Spain have been well and truly defeated by now. Yeah, I just don't have anywhere to like fight back.
Sí, señor.
We had a nice little fight back in Seville, and we got a nice little counterattack. But I think we're done. I think we are well and truly 100% boned. So let's just play these attacks, shall we? You go attack it. There you go. And continue on with the attack. More guns. Thank you very much. Yeah, you haven't got any digging, so. We got some factories now. We can produce stuff. There we go. You guys get your supporting anti-tanks. Oh, there's another convoy dead. Down on 98. Let's go! Let's go full speed.
Listo, señor.
German pressure towards the Belgian. Following the breakout of war with France, German has applied stronger diplomatic pressure than ever on the countries of the Belgian. With French and British backing, however, they are refusing to give in to the pressures. There is reason to believe that if German Reich is unable to get what they want by diplomacy, they will take it by force. Be an aggressive side. More guns! I mean, they're not gonna be
Listo.
They're not going to actually, like, turn the tide of the war, but... Oh, Germany have declared war. That is quick. That is rather quick, considering... Luxembourg has capitulated. Oh, and Italy has joined in as well, instantly. Okay. Oh, oh dear.
Órdenes.
More guns. We got surrounded, which means we're probably going to lose those guys.
Atento.
Yep. I'm just playing at fast speed now because this is going to be over. Well and truly over.
Órdenes. Listo para avanzar.
Support these guys.
Avance. Firme.
Yeah, you join that so that they can't
Listo, señor.
do that.
Dos.
Poland is capitulated and the fall of Warsaw. Well, importantly, the German Reich is all the way over there. German forces advancing in Poland have succeeded in capturing Warsaw. Sporadic fighting continues in Praga and a few other districts. Organised resistance in the city seems to have ceased. The Polish government reportedly evacuated the city as first few German units entered the Warsaw suburbs, and their present location is unknown. Fighting against the German invaders continues in other parts of the country, but the loss of the capital is a serious blow for the German war effort. No, fighting does not continue, because they've kind of capitulated. More importantly, you know what? Even though we're slightly ahead, if we can get the boost to that, maybe it'll be a thing.
Listo para avanzar. Listo para avanzar.
I want to go here. Germany declared war.
Atención. Avancen.
Everyone's showing the allies.
Listo para avanzar.
Just occupy these not Poland as per the pact. Oh, you got surrounded.
Cubierto.
Change to Barcelona. We'll see if we can.
Órdenes.
We'll see if we can link up. Oh, and there's a giant hole in our front line. More guns though. The Netherlands has capitulated. The tank gun has been upgraded. I don't. I might as well improve artillery. It's not gonna matter.
Sí, señor.
More guns?
Atención.
Nope. I'm kind of just trying to speed this up now because we have lost.
Firme. Atención.
More guns? More guns is always nice.
Sí, señor.
Oh, yeah, those guys are dead.
Firme.
Belgium has capitulated.
Listo para avanzar.
There we go.
Firme. Avancen. Atención. Avancen.
I mean, oh dear. Germans in our back line.
Listo, señor.
It's fine. I'm trying to. Like I say, I'm trying to make it some sort of advance.
Listo, señor. Firme.
German interest in Scandinavia. Denmark joining the line, German rhetoric has intensified towards the northern countries in the recent weeks. This is clear. Denmark and Norway must in no way, whether by opposition or inaction, hamper German imports. While there is no immediate obvious cause for such demands, as imports are still flowing freely to Germany, our diplomats worry that this is a prelude to German action in the region. see how the situation is. Speaking of situation developing, Norwegian there, Germany declared war on Norway. There is a clear, massive north-south split.
Atención. Listo para avanzar. Seguimos atacando. Atención. Firme.
Denmark has capitulated. This is all because I'm on four guns. Iceland takes control of foreign affairs. With the capitulation of its union partner Denmark, the Icelandic parliament has taken control of its own foreign affairs, and in doing so, has essentially become a fully independent nation. The newly elected provisional government has already proclaimed Icelandic neutrality in the coming conflict, despite the invasion of its parent nation. Neutrality did not save Denmark. No! And it won't say, well, if this goes normally, it won't save Iceland either. The Brits will just... are we no longer near the 4th? Wow! January 19th. While fighting still rages elsewhere in France, reports have come in of the German troops entering Paris. The capital was declared an open city by French forces moments before the last units retreated. Several columns of German troops recreated the Prussian victory parade of 1871 by marching down the Champs-Élysées while Parisians looked on in stunned silence. Military experts predict that the collapse of France is imminent. It does seem the German army is unstoppable, and they're helping the Spanish, so, you know. Oh. France has capitulated. Instantly! It is uncertain times, more importantly. Oh, the flight of Rudolf Hess! Deputy Führer Rudolf Hess was arrested by Home Guard soldiers in Scotland yesterday after parachuting from a heavy fighter. An accomplished pilot, he apparently flew alone across the North Sea, taking care to stay at a radar range before veering west towards Britain. Hess appears to have taken it upon himself to negotiate a peace treaty between Britain and Germany, although Berlin has denounced him as a madman and stripped him of any political office. British authorities have not been available for comment. Interesting. Speaking of interesting, the Soviets are the only ones holding the middle line. And they had...
Firme.
More guns. Good artillery.
Órdenes.
And it looks like the Germans have left. Yeah, the Germans have left. Oh no, they haven't. Although they've left the German, they've given them an attack division, I suppose. Well, yeah, the fact that we've survived to the point of... yeah, well, that's... not building any anyway, so... Also... you... mobilization. I don't think it's going to help us. I think we're done.
Listo, señor.
No.
Listo. Avancen.
Ooh, nasty.
Instrucciones. Firme. Aborten.
Oh, we lost our salients. Yeah. I was hoping to get another breakthrough, but that was going to be. Also, the Soviets are starting to really make an impact. Guns! Finland accepts Soviet demands. After much debate, the government of Finland has decided to accept Soviet demands for border adjustment in the region of Karelia. The Soviet Union has cited the need to create a buffer zone to improve the security of Leningrad, located only 30 kilometers from the now former Finnish border. Many observers fear that a full-scale Soviet invasion of Finland was imminent, but a diplomatic solution should lay those fears to rest. Peace. At what cost? I think you're already on that question mark. Anyway. Yeah, the Germans and Italians have all left.
Quieto.
So if we can stabilize this, we may be able to actually
Instrucciones.
it's just the production. The production of the stuff. Oh, we lost 2 convoys. Let's go with closed economy.
Listo, señor. Listo, señor.
Well done. Thanks, Mexico.
Quieto.
Again, we're losing in the north and winning in the south. The Kingdom of Romania cedes Bessarabia to the Soviet Union. The Kingdom of Romania has been forced to give in to an ultimatum from the Soviet Union. The territories of Bessarabia have been passed to Soviet control, and the Romanian state is left with its borders diminished. It remains to be seen how the Kingdom of Romania will avoid further losses. Also, hi Vichy France. Are you Vichy France, Abel? You are Vichy France. Ooh. There is Free French. Fighting the Italians. We lost, but didn't lose anyone, so there's that.
Listo para avanzar.
Soviet Union is claimed by Pennsylvania. Well, we know Romania did already sorted that one. Where's that capital? The capital's all the way over there. Looks like we're going to get about Zaragoza. We have got Zaragoza.
Quieto. Instrucciones.
We may lose it instantly.
Quieto.
Oh, yeah, you can. I was about to say.
Instrucciones.
The Banova of Croatia. As a result of continuing and increasing problems with Croatian nationalist elements, the Yugoslav government has been necessitated to grant increased autonomy to Croatians. A new semi-independent state, the Banova of Croatia, has been called into being. And though it is still nominally a dependency of Yugoslavia, the government's influence in the region has now been greatly reduced. Start of Yugoslavian collapse? Wow. There it is! Hi, Croatia! How you doing? How you doing? I mean, it means Slovenia. It's probably next to go. So why question mark? What if we basically bind all you? There we go. Into one giant task force. And then told you to patrol. There. And give you 10. I mean, I don't think that's going to work the way I want it to, but nah. April 1940. Maybe should have done this earlier. We are still going. We are still not dead. Somehow. Slavia, the German Reich, superb war on Slavia. There's an autosave.
Órdenes.
The effects of that. Are we still taking? Yeah, we are still getting getting a lease for that, although we're losing more convoys. 60.
Sí, señor.
More guns! Okay, we're surviving a lot better than I thought.
Listo, señor.
Okay, joining out. Second Vienna Award. A treaty has been signed at Vienna following the German arbitration that will see Northern Transylvania restored to Hungarian rule. The treaty has previously been awarded to the Kingdom of Romania upon the conclusion of World War I, leading to a bitter dispute. Are these the first of many borders to be adjusted, now that a new order seems to be established in Europe? We'll see how long this takes. Also, Britain, how you doing? You're not being invaded. I suppose that... pardon me. I suppose that's good. Let's go! Let's go forth and hopefully not die. More guns. Thank you. Is there... oh. Is there something we can do? No. No guns. We don't have any. Treaty of Croatia. Oh, I forgot to read that. Apologies. I forgot to read that.
Listo para avanzar.
So we're losing again in places. Zaragoza is back in Republic hands. Kind of worried about that. Need that one.
Listo, señor. Firme. Listo, señor.
Modify the government. Let's get a general. Let's do that. Okay, you got
Listo,
that.
señor.
Continue on the fight. Continue the push.
Sí, señor.
I know this is going to kill our production, but we need to do it. And then we need to get that. Oh, we lost another 2 convoys. Ooh, that's not good. Soviets are still, like, doing just a solid. Let's see if we can push these guys. Norway's capitulating. More Mexican guns! I will not say no to Mexican guns.
Avancen.
That's not a good idea.
Órdenes.
More Mexican guns.
Firme.
See if we can get Tortosa back. Yeah, they're crushing us in the north. Don't think we're going to win. Let's... Oh, Yugoslavia's capitulated. That's a lot of territory for Hungary. I'm sure nothing bad will happen to them.
Instrucciones. Listo.
Mexican guns. Kingdom of Croatia has capitulated.
Listo.
What did I say? Yo.
Firme.
How close are we to losing? Pretty close. More Mexican guns. The assassination of Leon Trotsky. Leon Trotsky, once the top lieutenant and heir presumptive of Vladimir Ilyich Lenin, died today in a Mexico City hotel. He was believed to have been attacked at his home with an axe by a Spanish national believing to have been in the employ of the NKVD, probably from one of our places. After a failed power struggle with Joseph Stalin and his allies for controlling the Communist Party of the Soviet Union, Trotsky spent the 30s in exile, living in Turkey, France, and Norway, before finally settling in Mexico. He remained a constant critic of Stalin and the degenerated workers' state of the Soviet Union. Barbaric. Yeah, I think Valencia is about to fall. I think Valencia is about to fall, and then with its
Listo para avanzar.
as well, which will probably be the end of us. Seville.
Atento. Avancen.
Ooh, they are surrounding us.
Listo, señor.
Oh well. Ooh, ow. Ooh, yeah.
Firme.
You're surrounded, which means you're going to get absolutely annihilated. And they're surrounding us.
Firme.
Oh, yeah. Well done. Cheers, Mexico. It's appreciated. It's not going to make a darn difference, but...
Listo,
The
señor.
Soviet Union has declared war on Finland,
Avance.
despite having,
Adelante.
Oh! And we are done. Nationalist Spain took 11 states. We were annexed. Nationalist victory. Oh, hello. I'm observing through the eyes of the German Reich. Ah, right. National victory in the Spanish Civil War. After a long and grueling civil war, the Nationalists, united under Francisco Franco, have finally defeated the Republican enemies and secured full control over Spain. Though isolated pockets of Republican troops continue to wage guerrilla war that may hamper the exertion of local nationalist control in the previously Republican areas, it is unlikely further coordinated resistance of any significance will materialize. As the nation focuses on rebuilding its war-torn cities and industry, it remains to be seen what the effects of the nationalist ideological amalgamation will have on their foreign policy, and whether the generous foreign military aid they received will be repaid. We are defeated. We are now... Spain is well and truly under the boot, the heel of the mass fucktard known as Francisco Franco. I think I messed up a couple of times. Only a couple of times, yeah, sure. I'm pretty sure people will be saying that, like... How's Germany doing, by the way? Germany's doing pretty well. There's probably been, like, a bunch of things I could have done better. Missing, like, letting the guy... Not arresting the guy, like, at the instant I had the opportunity to was a big mistake. It meant that the nationalists could trigger a lot sooner than I was ready for. And, yeah, the new mechanics for this Civil War, I don't think I used them to their full potential. I think there is something with Hearts of Iron that, at least base game without the Great War mod, that there is something clearly I'm missing. So, but the problem is I just don't know. I don't know exactly what. Like, I'm getting better at like my troops, unit organization. But maybe it's the way I do my focuses, what tech I use. Maybe I don't switch to military factories soon enough. So maybe I'm just not that. But anyway, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the experience. Clearly, there's still room to improve on my ability at this game. Whether I do actually improve is another thing, but still. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching this video. Shame I mean, on the plus side, I survived longer than the actual Republican Spain did in the Civil War. The Civil War lasted, if I remember correctly, the war... When did the Spanish Civil War start? I think it was 1933 or 1934 and ended in 1936 or 7, I think. I could be wrong, though. Probably wrong. However, that was pretty much it. Before we go, let us have a look at how the war's going. United Kingdom, pretty much going over. Free France has completely capitulated. The British are fighting the Italians in Italian Somaliland, and I think they're kind of focusing on that. I mean, Italy have literally been kicked out of Africa, North Africa, quite handsomely. So it's now British are now focusing on like crushing the Italians in East Africa. Portugal. I don't know, maybe we try Portugal. Maybe I may try Portugal. Because they've had a massive rework as well. And also Portugal don't get involved in the war, so if I could just do my own little thing and see what happens. Poor Finland. You even said to the Russians, yeah, you can have this territory instead of forcing them to pay a lot of blood and tears and sweat, mostly blood and men, for this territory. And now the Soviets are just going to eat you. Oh well. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching these videos. I will be back at this. I still enjoy playing this game despite my poor ability to actually play it well. But until next time, everyone, toodles.